I'll be there. They haven't sold out.
Oh, look, the crazy white cat thing.
Oh yeah, and look, that's the death whistle that he blows into.
Oh yeah.
Those look like those are feet.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you guys, check out the props and come back, because we're gonna probably start at like 10. So
Where do we go?
just around the corner to Cali Park. Grab your concessions and
This is so fun.
I wish my brothers could be here. Were they?
I didn't get this one. I did get that pack over there though.
Right? Let's go down to the plaza.
Did you get this?
Yeah, it's cool. I got it.
And the pack?
Yeah, I have pictures of.
Look at the feet.
Maybe that's the Scolari brother.
Look at the feet.
no, just outside.
Just outside. Okay, okay.
More. He may have turned in his flight suit for a business suit, but he will always be a Ghostbuster. A lot of things have happened to Winston over the last decade. He originally came in looking for a steady paycheck. Remember that? Listen, if there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. But nowadays, Winston is the one signing all the paychecks, and as everyone here knows, proton packs, they don't come cheap. You know, I'm not allowed to tell you much more than that, but rest assured, we have a lot of Ghostbusters ahead. I will say, though, if need be, the flight suit still fits. I mean, you know, there's no substitute for sex appeal. A lot of people think that there were only 4 original Ghostbusters, but truth is, there was actually 5. We lost one this year. The day Ivan Reitman cast me in this iconic comedy, my life changed forever. He was a good friend, and I miss him dearly. However, that doesn't mean that he'll disappear. Ivan Reitman lives on in his movies and the way he made us laugh. And now, he will always be a part of this studio, this place that we call home. Now, earlier today, Tony Vincent Cara, Chairman and CEO of Sony Pictures, paid tribute to Ivan by naming a street here on the Sony lot in his honor. So now, when you visit Ghost Corps offices or pass the iconic Ectos, you'll be standing on Ivan Reitman Way. Thank you guys, and always keep on busting.
Day 2022. Of course, for all of us, it is a bittersweet occasion this year as we are missing our incomparable leader and my partner, Ivan Reitman. But I believe his spirit and that of Harold's can help easily guide us into the future. And it is an exciting one. I'm here at the old farmhouse where all of this began with Dr. Sam Aykroyd, DDS, the Lilydale spiritualist, who was dedicated to and fascinated with understanding the afterlife. So I want to talk about dedication, fascination, and satisfaction. You are dedicated participants in the world of Ghostbusters. You do the work. You show up with meticulous attention to your packs, your vehicles, your suits, your throwers, your traps. Also, you are dedicated in the tremendous contribution of time and energy, bringing joy and adventure and laughter to the disadvantaged and the underprivileged in your communities. And we recognize that. As the filmmakers of Ghostbusters, we have always been dedicated to making the best movies we could, and we are, as you are, fascinated by the supernormal, the unexplained, the interdimensional, but more essentially, by how the Ghostbusters of today and tomorrow are going to handle the future. So now, we're all fascinated with Phoebe's progress and her upcoming challenges. But how are we going to obtain future satisfaction in this Ghostbusters world we all love? Who will nurture and cultivate it going forward? There are great things coming. Citizen Ghostbusters recruits, cadets, staff, and executives of Ghost Corps. May I present the way of the future and guaranteed satisfaction for us all. Here are our dedicated leaders for a new generation of Ghostbusters everywhere. Our spectral stewards, and the trusted keepers of the Cadillac keys, Mr. Gil Keenan and Mr. Jason Wright.
Hello, Ghostbusters fans! I'm Jason Reitman.
And I'm Gil Keenan, and we are thrilled to join you here tonight.
I was here 3 years ago for FanFest, and it was the first time that I felt like I was a Ghostbuster myself.
2021 was a big year for Ghostbusters. After 30 years, Sony Pictures released the next chapter in the original Ghostbusters story.
And we hit the road with Afterlife, and we toured the world. We were in Morelia, Mexico for the Day of the Dead. We were in Amsterdam, we were in Brussels, we were in Rome, we were in Leicester Square in London.
And everywhere we went, we met Ghostbusters in flight suits with their own patches and their own homemade proton packs, who reminded us why you all are the best fans on Earth.
And it was particularly meaningful to me, because I got to do this all alongside my father, and watch audience after audience and stand up and applaud his life's work. And after the film came out, Gil and I drove up to see my dad. And we sat out on his back porch over one beautiful afternoon, and we shared the future of Ghostbusters with him. And he loved it. And tonight, we're gonna share a little of what we told him with you.
Look, the truth is that we were nervous to ever put on those flight suits in the first place. The proton pack is heavy, as you guys know.
Metaphor.
And it comes with some awesome storytelling responsibilities.
But what brings us confidence is knowing that my father got to hear these stories, and he was excited about the future of the Spengler family. I still can't believe that I'll never get to sit in the theater with my father again. But I know he's watching, and I know he'll find some way to give us notes anyway.
It was right here on the Sony lot, just 100 feet from this stage, on Ivan Reitman Way, that Jason and I first cracked Ghostbusters Afterlife. We were laying on the floor like kids and used action figures to act out the proton battle between Phoebe Spangler and Gozer the Gozerian.
That's actually true. My father walked in on us. It was weird.
Awkward.
And look, you know how secretive we are. I mean, certainly in comparison to Dan Aykroyd.
Which is not hard, not hard.
But here's a few insights into the future of Ghostbusters.
So as you heard earlier, Ghostbusters is back in gaming. And beyond everything that's happening in virtual reality, our friends at Ilphonic will be releasing a new console title, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Where, at long last, players will be able to not only suit up as Ghostbusters, but to play as a ghost in 4-on-1 blast 'em up battles that come out later this year on consoles and PCs.
But I think some of you already knew that, right? You want news, right? All right, first things first. Ghostbusters is returning to comics. And we're partnered with the coolest publisher in the business. We're partnered with the Dark Horse.
We have got a unique story that we want to tell exclusively in a limited edition series that should be out sometime at the end of next year. And like all of our plans, it's in canon and part of the growing Ghostbusters story that began way back in 1984.
Now, if you've listened to an interview with Dan Aykroyd over the last 10 years about anything, you probably heard rumors about animation. Well, we're making it official.
We are thrilled to announce that Ghost Corps is in development on an animated Ghostbusters feature film with all new characters and a whole new take on this world that will be helmed by Jennifer Kluska and Chris Pernowski and written by Brenda Shea.
This was a passion project of my father's, and it's easy to understand why. The world of the unknown can only be properly explored through the limitless reach of animation, and when I tell you we have the right team, believe me, we do. Jennifer, Chris, and Brenda are Ghostbusters. Will you help us give them a big Ghostbusters salute? Welcome to the team, guys. Don't worry, their expectations are not high. They won't hound you. They're really a chill group. You can kind of go anywhere, drive the car all over the road. They'll go with you. It'll be fine. All right. But we're not done.
All right, guys, relax. That's not an official logo or anything. I just got excited yesterday and started drawing.
All right. How many of you grew up on the Saturday morning cartoon?
We are back in animated television with the perfect partner. Sony Pictures Animation is teaming up with Netflix. And we're going to create the next generation of Ghostbusters animated television.
And just like the comic book, we are going to be navigating an unexplored era and decade of Ghostbusters canon.
There is just so much of the story of Ghostbusters that has never been told in any medium.
Frankly, look, there's entire decades that are critical to the story that have never been on screen.
But between gaming, comics, television, and movies, we are going to tell the untold story of Ghostbusters while reaching into the future with characters you've never met going to places you've never been.
Did you just say movies? Before anyone ever heard the name Ghostbusters Afterlife, we had a secret code, a code name for our sequel. You guys know what it was? It was Rust City.
And that name might have sounded a little confusing at the time, but it probably made a lot more sense once you all saw the film.
Well, as you probably heard, we're writing another movie.
And tonight we're going to share the code name for the next chapter in the Spangler family story.
The last time we saw Ecto-1, it was driving back into Manhattan.
The home of Ghostbusters.
And that's where our story begins. We call it Firehouse.
Okay, sounds like we better finish the script, huh?
All right, guys, these are the announcements we have for you tonight. We have exciting new stories to tell in gaming, comic books, animated movies, and television, as well as the next chapter in the Ghostbusters universe.
Thank you all so much for coming out to the first annual Ecto-Fest.
We want this to happen every year. We hope to bring you announcements every year. We hope you keep on coming back. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Now, has anyone here not seen Afterlife with an audience? Oh, wow, okay.
You're amongst friends. You're amongst friends.
Look, please enjoy this encore screening of Ghostbusters Afterlife. It is just the beginning. Now, we're gonna go back to the office and go back to writing. Enjoy the movie.
Happy Ghostbusters Day.